Welcome to Veg-a-bond Chronicles, and today's subject is going to be women. Now, I'm not going to be talking about all women, all right? I'm just going to be talking about the bad women, the women that like to take advantage of men, right? The man-hating women, the women who like to abuse men, all right? Get pregnant by somebody else's, some other man, and making it about you. Those are the women that we're going to talk about here today, all right? Not all women, all right? And if some of these topics offend you, then you're going to have to look at yourself and wonder why it's offending you, okay? I'm a man, so I'm going to be talking about women, all right? That's just the way it is, all right? So relationships, are they worth it? I would say not in 2025, and they haven't been worth it in a very long time, all right? I'm a 50-year-old man. I have been through many relationships and many women, all right? I was stationed in the Army. I was stationed in Hawaii, and I've had my time with women, so I know what I'm talking about. Can I learn more about them? Sure. We can all learn more, right? So the first thing that I want you to understand as a man or a woman, all right, is remember when you were a kid, right? Remember when you were 10, 12, 15, right? Remember when you were growing up, right before high school or before you graduated? Those were some of the best times in your life. I know they were for me, all right? So I had many friends. We had many parties. I used to have friends that had 100 acres. His dad had 100 acres. So we threw parties. Bands would come and play. Friends of mine had dance floors, lightings, mixers, music, you name it, we had it. We used to charge, all right, at our parties. We used to charge $5-10 a person. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to women and what they do or don't do, okay? That's just how it is, all right? So lack of personal freedom, that's a first subject, okay? That's why I just mentioned, think about the time when you were free, when women weren't a big part of your life, okay? When they weren't, when you weren't married. I was married once, about almost 10 years, all right? I divorced my wife, and it was easy for me to divorce her because we had no kids and we owned no property together, okay? That's why it was easy for me to get a divorce from this person, okay? I'm not here to bash this person. I'm just saying I was married once, okay? So loss of personal freedom. That is what you're going to experience being man or woman, but I'm talking about a man's perspective here, okay? So you are going to have to be accountable for your time, all right? You're gonna have to be accountable. You're gonna be at work, she's gonna call you, she's gonna text you, what are you doing? This is what I'm doing, so on and so forth. You're not gonna be able to hang out with your buddies. You're not gonna be able to go out on Saturday night with your buds or play cards or poker or any of these things, because she will be upset because your time is not her time, all right? She's going to try to manipulate you and make you feel a certain way about you hanging out with your friends. Trust me, been there, done that, wore the t-shirt out, and I have many friends who went through this as well. So it's just not my opinion. I've known many friends, many acquaintances throughout my life, all right? I know many friends who were married, and we all had discussions about, hey, this is what I'm going through. Hey, that sounds like what I'm going through, so I know what I'm talking about, okay? So lack of freedom for your life is what you're going to experience, right? And the thing is that women are going to want you to spend all your time with them. Now listen, It's not a good idea. You have to have your own personal friends. You have to have your own personal time as a human being, all right? Women are really good at guilt tripping you to basically cut off your left hand, all right? That's a figure of speech, but you know what I mean, all right? So they're gonna want you to give up all your hopes and your dreams to be with them, all right? I suggest that you don't do that. Still have a life of your own, all right? Go visit your parents, go visit your friends, spend some time alone if you wish, all right? Another thing that you're going to run into is potential for relationship complications if issues aren't addressed, okay? I wrote some things down. That way I remember what I'm gonna talk about and to stay on subject, all right? So, listen, there's gonna be problems in your relationships, and you as a man, you're going to want to solve them, right? You're gonna want to solve these relationships, relationship issues or problems. Men are problem solvers, all right? What you're going to find in your relationship is that, let's say you come home and your wife wants to tell you about her day, all right? She wants you to listen to her, right? She doesn't want you to solve her problems now, all right? This is where a lot of men fail, all right? Most women want you to listen to them. They don't want you to bring solutions, all right? So what you should do, you should sit there and say, do you want me to listen, or do you want me to give you advice on how to fix it? All right? Most likely, they're going to want you to listen. What does that have to say about your relationship? Most women aren't going to want to fix the issues in the relationship. You do, because you're a man. And you're going to want to solve the issues and problems that arise in your life or marriage or relationship, okay? So another thing you need to look out for is logic does not work with these women whatsoever, all right? Women are loyal to their emotions. So once you hurt their emotions, they shut down. So the probability of you fixing the issues in your relationship is zilch. Again, I'm not talking about all women. I'm talking about the bad women, the bad behavior in certain women, the lack of wanting to fix their issues type of women, okay? I'm not talking about all women, all right? So again, you're going to find yourself frustrated. Another thing that you're going to find, all right, is incompatibility in values or goals, all right? All of this should be talked about before you get in sexual contact with this woman. You have to be leery, or you're going to have to look at a woman who wants to give you sex right away. You're going to have to step back and say, hey, why is it that this woman wants to give me sex? As many men, they don't ask themselves that question, all right? But that comes with time. That comes with a lot of experience under your belt. And a lot of men don't have all that experience with a lot of women, all right? Some men like myself and others are very lucky because we have to beat them off with a stick. That's just the way it is. It's been a double-edged sword for all of my life, all right? There's women that come out all the time and I have to say no, and then they get upset. This is just how it goes when you are a man that women want to be with, all right? So again, values and goals. What are your values and goals, and are they compatible? Okay, you need to ask a woman this. You're going to also ask, what is your 3-year plan, 5-year plan? Does that coincide with mine? Do you want to build a home and have how many kids and be committed to the relationship? These are things that you're going to have to iron out, if you will, before you get to the horizontal mambo, all right? Before you start exchanging bodily fluids, okay? These are the things you're going to have to talk about, okay? Societal pressure to marry, okay? This is something that you're going to have to deal with, all right? Some men do and some men don't. But for the most part, you're going to be expected to marry this person, not only by your parents, but by her parents, and society and your friends will also pressure you to get married to this woman. And also what you need to understand is these women watch cartoons, right? Cinderella stories, all right? And this is their fantasy. They fantasize about being married, going through the motions, wearing the dress, and so on and so forth. It's something that's engraved in them since children. Okay, they have dolls and Ken and Barbie and so on and so forth. And this is what they thrive to do, is to get married, all right? So if you get this person pregnant, or if she allows you to be with her without a rubber, right? She's a participant, but everybody's going to blame you. And remember, when you're in a relationship with a woman, everything is your fault. Everything. Whether the stars fall from heaven, or it's raining outside, or she got her shoes wet, it's all your fault, no matter what it is, okay? They will always put it on you. Your mother will do it, her mother will do it, your friends will do it, her friends will do it, even society will pressure you. You best do the right thing by her, blah, blah, blah. But what you never hear is anybody telling a woman, you better treat this man right, you better be faithful, you better do this, you better know how to treat your man. No one's telling these women any of this, all right? Is there certain people out there that probably do? Yeah. But for the majority, I'm talking for the majority of the bad women out here, that's who I'm talking about. When I'm not talking about the good women, I'm talking to the bad women who have bad behavior, who want to manipulate, who want to take your kids away from you, who want to ruin you, who want to take a home from you. Those are the women I'm talking about, all right? The bad women. The bad women who have bad characteristic traits. The last thing I'm going to talk about is financial concerns and the desire to prioritize individual career ambitions and independence, okay? You are going to be, as a man, you're going to expect to provide, because that's what these women want, right? I want to provide her so I can do nothing. What, children for the rest of their lives? This is the problem I have with relationships. I have been single for 14 years and it's been awesome. I've had many women who want to be with me. I say no, because I know what society will expect of me, and I don't want no part of it whatsoever, okay? Is there times that, man, I should find someone? Yeah, because we all want that special someone, right? We all do. But I use my age, my experience with all sorts of women to know that it's not a good investment because of chaos. That is what women bring, chaos. Throughout history, kingdoms have fallen and risen because of women, all right? If you want to have a good life, make sure you get a good one. But then again, you're going to have to comb through thousands of bad women, okay? So let's say there you are, right? You're married, you have kids, you have a big house. Well, guess what? She's going to start complaining that you are choosing work over her. All right? She's going to complain that you're no longer home, that you can no longer do this or that, or the kids miss you. All right? Because a lot of things are going to change. And what a lot of people don't understand is that people change. Okay? every 8 to 10 years, every cell from your head to your toe changes. That means you're going to change. That means you're going to see things differently as well as time goes past you. Okay? And she's going to ask you to start giving up your goals. But what these women don't understand is you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. You wanted to raise the children. And now I'm fully committed to my career to be able to provide, because every year it has to go up. Every year things are going to have to, I need a new kitchen. I need new silverware. I need to decorate my home. We need a new bed. Whatever it is, it's always going to be more, okay? Always. And so there you are committed, right? And then she starts complaining about you not being home. So again, prioritize individual career. That's what you were doing. You're like, man, I need to do this. And then you get ambitious because that is what men are supposed to do, provide, right? But then women want to change it up and say, I'm not happy. So these are some of my reasons, and I'm sure there's a lot of men's reasons that we can share, I should say, that maybe some of these men share some concerns about relationships. Okay? Let me know if you have experienced any of this. Let me know if you like this video. Give me a thumbs up, a subscribe, interact with me down in the comments, all right? And let me know if this video helped you in any way. This is Veg-a-bond Chronicles, and I will see you in a later video.